Hey, how's it going? Right here from Manta Team Productions. And today I just want to talk generally about video content. So I know there's a lot out there. If you're a business owner just starting out, you're probably like, where do I start when it comes to video content? If you're just starting out as a video content creator, you're probably like, where do I start? There's a lot. There's a lot out there. And hopefully I shed some light on the types of content that you can create and what it is that will help benefit what you want to do. So I broke it down, all the content out there, into basically three different categories. So on one end of it, you have the real footage, you have the behind the scenes, the document footage, the real footage. So in the middle, next up, you have the instructional and promotional footage. So that's a little past the raw footage, but it's not quite to the next one, which is the creative and the staged content. So the spectrum goes from real to staged content. So obviously there's more content out there. You know, you have all those, the trending content, the TikTok challenges, the memes and all that. For the sake of this video, we're just going to talk about original content that you could create. So on one end of the spectrum, you have the behind the scenes. So that's basically something's happening, you're documenting it, you're putting it out there basically as is. So this is good, you know, if you want to show how things are done, if you just want to, you know, show up on social media for the day to make connections to your following or your clients or customers. That's a good way to start, is the behind the scenes, the documentary. It's just quick, it's easy, you get it out there, boom, it's done. So next up is the instructional and the promotional footage. So this is, you know, you've done something, you've created a process, you've created a technique, you've even created, you know, a product, and you're using this content to show either your clients or your fan base or whatever how to do what it is that you do. So this is good if you want to more capitalize on your process, or you want to, you know, create content that's more, has some more weight to it in terms of value and viewership and all that good stuff. That's instructional and promotional content. So then finally you have the staged and the creative content. So this is kind of exactly what it sounds like. Think commercials, think TV commercials, think ads. So this is every shot, no shot is accidental. Everything's thought out, everything's well put together to tell a unique and polished story. So this is not one shot plus one shot equals two shots. Think one shot plus one shot equals an experience. So like when you're watching a movie, you're not saying, okay, there's a shot, there's two shots in this movie. No, you're saying, wow, this is how I felt. This was a good feeling. I want to watch this movie again. That is the creative content. The end goal here is to create something bigger than the sum of its parts. So this is when you build your brand, this is where you create something basically bigger than you could show with just the raw footage and the how-to videos that you would do normally. So those are the three things. So where do you start? So I would definitely start, as daunting as it sounds, I would definitely start with the creative content, because this is the easiest to bring in my opinion. This is the easiest to bring in the new customers, the new clients, the new fan base, because it's the most eye-catching. You know, you see a commercial or a piece of content that you like, it's most likely creative content. You're like, wow, this is really cool. Let me check out this product, or this is really cool. Let me check out, you know, more about this company. So, you know what I mean? It's almost like a hit song with a new artist. You don't have to know anything about them, but you like their song, so you check out more about them. So it's the same thing with, you know, commercial content or creative content. I think it's the easiest to bring in new eyes to, if that makes sense. On top of that, the other two don't really matter much if you don't have your product down, the creative part down, because if you don't have that part down, nobody's going to really watch or care about how to do it, and nobody's going to definitely watch the behind the scenes part of it if they don't like what the final product is, if that makes sense. So I would definitely start with the creative one and then kind of work backwards from there. So after you have the creative done, it all depends on where you want to go from there. So you have the behind the scenes footage, which is good for, nurturing that relationship with your customer base, your client base, your fan base. That's good. That's all good because they learn to trust you when you post regularly with behind the scenes footage. You're showing them in on the process, and it's a good way to nurture that relationship. So I'm not saying that content is bad. I'm just saying it has its purpose. And then the instructional is also, like I said before, it's a good way to capitalize on your process because it is also a good way to bring in new fans or followers or clients or stuff. But it's also a very niche market in my opinion, because just because somebody likes how you do it doesn't mean they want to do it exactly how you do it. So you know what I mean? It's like it's very niche in terms of who you're gonna market to with your instructional videos. It might not even be the people that like your product. It might just be people who are interested in also making the product. So that's that. That's the 3 different types of video. Hopefully that brings some clarity on what it is that you could be doing in terms of creating content, either as a business owner or a video creator. And hopefully this brings some clarity to that. Yeah. So thanks again for listening. Keep on creating.